From the Aramis-Simonis Arena at the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel, Pat Fleming presents the 2022 International Open. Thank you very much. The International is being brought to you by ACCUSTATS, and it features the world's greatest players assembling here from many, many countries to compete in one pocket, 10-ball, and 9-ball. Truly an international event. We'd like to take this opportunity to express our thanks once again to our three signature sponsors who have supported this event and ACCUSTATS and Pro Pool for so many years, Diamond, Simonis, and Aramis. Those companies represent the very best our industry has to offer. And we also want to thank each and every one of you, our great, loyal, and devoted pool fans out there watching at home or around the world, and everybody that's come here to watch live in person. Thanks for your loyalty and support for this great event. Thank you, everybody. Okay, continuing in one pocket, this is winner's side action. Our first player comes to us from the Republic of the Philippines. He's the 2018 Manny Pacquiao champion, sponsored by Predator in Town. Please welcome Roland Garcia. Thank you. His opponent representing the USA. This gentleman is a former Derby City Classic one-pocket champion. Among his long list of accomplishments, sponsored by Miyuchi, we know him as the Prince of Pool. Please welcome Deuel. Okay, guys, please lag for the break. Your official timekeeper is Dwayne Payne. We're going to send it up to the comm box to Mark Wilson and Double J. Go ahead, guys.
We're coming to you from the ACCUSTATS Arena here at the beautiful Sheraton Waterside in Norfolk, Virginia. More world-class pools on tap, and I'm Mark Wilson, and now let's get an opening thought from Jeremy Jones.
Yeah, it should be a great match here. Roland, who doesn't get enough credit in this discipline, but certainly has shown the players he can play this game the last couple of years. Deuel, who plays it unique sometimes, but seems to get the job done quite often. So short race to 3, of course, so it starts out intense, and I'm sure will end intense. Maybe not like the last match, but hard to hold up against that one.
Yeah, there might be something happens as good as the last match, Shohan winning over Al-Shaheen, but there won't be anything this week that's better. Garcia's won the break. Kind of a unique rule. If we make a ball on the break, it's simply a re-rack, even if you scratch. Game is not underway until you do not make a ball on the break. Breaking to the left-hander's pocket. Corner ball didn't flip out. Got the cue ball up table pretty good, Jeremy.
Oh, really good. That's the one difficult thing, it seems like, on the TV tables, getting the cue ball up high to the middle diamond or past. That's key, really. And near the rail. That's the bonus. Roland, I would say, you would label him as a very consistent player. Can come with the shot, of course, but he's going to play within himself a lot of times until Corey shows him otherwise. All right, tricky little shot here going forward off the 9. Okay, he's just bumping the ball. Now, Roland, I don't know if he can shoot towards the bottom rail and get enough dig on the cue ball to come back behind. This may be a rare occasion where you'll edge the 13, go to the top rail, and run the cue ball back down, in its position it was at after the break. He's going to try and dig on this. Could come back into the pack. Oh, he got a lot on it. Nice hit. Very efficient with the stroke, doesn't overhit the ball.
Right. Well, if he hit that one hard, it wouldn't have arced over to the side cushion anywhere near as well, because it would have dug into the rail deeper and would have had more velocity. And getting that cue ball on the rail was big. Yeah,
and usually why I stay away from that first shot that Corey played. I mean, that's like last resort kind of thing.
Right.
I'd almost rather challenge a player from somewhere up in the top rail if it makes sense. So.
I think he would have liked to get down the corner and double him up on the 5 and the 3 ball over here, but it wasn't laying right for that.
I don't think if he could make the 9, I don't think he can hit the 9 fully. He's in real trouble here. I might consider the corner. I know he can roll the 3 in, though, so there's only a small spot up the table you can really get where you think you're safe.
So Corey, second time playing safe on the wrong side of the pile, and you just rarely come out of this good.
Yeah, and this is where, if you're rolling, you take absolutely no chances.
Corey's on the first foul.
I might roll one rail back on the side of the 8 and the 13, or just to the rail. And why I would do that is I think to the rail, actually. Very hard for Corey to get a rail playing safe. If you roll him over to the rail, he'd be on 2 fouls most likely, and in that same position he was in last shot. If you leave him in the stack, depending on how you leave him, he may be able to edge a ball and get back to the stack. Like here, if he gets him in there deep, it's okay. Okay, that'll work.
Corey took an intentional foul, just hoping to come back to the table with just what Jeremy said, a chance to edge the ball and go down table or back around or back into the stack, hoping to see something, but it didn't get much better.
Yeah, well, Roland, he wanted to either be able to edge that ball or hit a ball solid and stay in the stack, and Roland really took care of that. He's got to try and
another
open.
Foul.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't try to shake him open just a hair more there.
Yeah.
Just that way he has a better chance of hitting the ball solid. You know, now he's got to worry about cueing, all ball fouls. You know,
Right.
Roland really shouldn't do much here.
And there is a 3-foul rule in effect.
He's got all kinds of ways to lose the game here on this next shot.
Both players on 2.
Now Corey's going to have to let the cue ball escape, I believe. Maybe edge the 8 and go to the rail and try and use the pile to keep.
And as a general reminder, we do not have 2 negative scores, so the score is still 0-0 because both players are on 2 fouls. Otherwise, it would be -2, -2.
Yeah, Corey's got to edge the 8, which isn't terrible. Try and open the 13, a little pressure, and go up to this corner. I mean, it's not great, but I don't mind that rule, tournament play. I don't mind both the different rules where you can't hop the ball off the table, you know, to save the game anymore. I like that rule in a tournament situation. And I really don't mind the rule here with the you know, owing balls. No 2 players can owe a different amount of balls, right, basically.
Right. It can never be 2 negative counts.
Right.
You always have someone at 0. So,
Well, is that how? I guess that's how it would always work, yeah. So basically, if Corey owed 3 and Roland owed 1, it would go to where Corey just owed 2.
exactly. 0 to, well, I used to have to broadcast and say, well, it's -2 to -3. Jones is ahead. You know, I mean, is anybody ahead? What other sport can you have a negative score?
This is the only shot, in my opinion. He's got to watch out for the scratch in the corner. I think he goes long off of this, but he wants to get near that corner. Really good cue ball here. He's going to give up the 7, and Roland will shoot it, but I thought he was going to get him behind the 5.
Now, Roland's on 2 fouls, too, and it doesn't look likely that he's going to foul, but you still have to be mindful that you're on 2.
Yeah, the thing here is just don't go into the stack hard off the 7. You could hit the 10 and 13 in a weird way and carry him into that corner pocket of Corey's, so you just got to not ease the 7, just kind of like a medium stroke. Don't expect much here. Just making sure nothing bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this all stemmed from that first shot that Corey decided to take after the break. And like I said, it's the shot I stay away from.
Yeah.
Like last resort kind of thing.
Right. Playing defense on the wrong side of the pile seldom works. And you ultimately end in a spot where you have to gamble anyway.
Yeah, and it's the type of shot, you know, if you're a big favorite in the match, you can kind of feel yourself, you know, getting in a better position. But dealing with the better players, you have to expect them to do the right thing. You know, you expect them to, you know, make the tackle or whatever however you want to label it.
Right.
So you have to alter your game plan a little bit.
Roland made a nice, delicate little draw shot there to pick up this angle on a break shot.
Yeah, I don't think the 6 is doing him many favors. If he draws off this, he's Wants the 12 to go downward a little bit. Yeah, he didn't get it. He's going to have to play an 8-11 combo, which actually lays pretty decent. If he really wanted to guard, he could go maybe a little forward with the cue ball, but it looks like he's got to kind of stop his ball to play the combo.
Rotation players are notoriously good at combinations because they come up so much playing 15-ball rotation. That's what's played exclusively in the Philippines.
He's going to try and bump the 13 for a safe, and now watch out for the cross corner.
Didn't get a rail.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt. Ran 4, but fouled on the last shot, so want to come to the spot. Covered up the 11 a bit. 10-13's not hurting Roland too much. There was a little bit of a play maybe on the 8-14, I don't know, but he's just got to bury the cue ball here. Up behind the 11. Now here, I don't know if I play it. Yeah, just, well, nice bump there. Now he can challenge here. This isn't the most terrible long and straight on the 2-ball challenge. Now the table plays a little soft, and it will get tougher as the days go, but sometimes leaving them short is the more dangerous situation.
So when you say challenge him, where are you saying put the cue ball at?
Like maybe clip the 4 and go up long and straight up in that upper left-hand corner.
Oh.
Yeah, just ease off the 4 ball and go to that upper left-hand corner, leaving him straight. Now, if he can see the 2.
So he's trying to 2-rail the 7, isn't he? Or, yeah.
He's just keeping it calm, trying not to sell out anything. Got him elevated as well, so nice shot.
Not giving Corey any air whatsoever. Early stages of this one-pocket match, race to 3.
Yeah, he's got him in the trees. He's cut off the kick on the 11, which would be the nice, easy play if you're Corey. Doesn't leave a kick behind the 14. Corey's just going to mildly play the 6. This could open up a bank alley on the 13. This is a dangerous little shot because the 6 is going into the 11, and he's got to run the cue ball some. I'd love to be able to kick at this 11, but oh, really nice hit, Corey. Really nice.
Good speed. It looks so simple when the balls land there, but just try from where Corey was at and try to get the cue ball to go there. It takes a heck of a shot.
Well, anything you're off, you lose the pace of the cue ball first off, and you lose the line on the 6. It was key that he didn't bump the 11 there, and being jacked up doing so. Really, really impressive shot.
Yeah, 2 good points, Jeremy.
Now, what he's worried about here is he's got to go forward a little bit. But where's the 11 going into the rail and into the 6? Good thing is he doesn't have too many worries, just maybe to the middle of the end rail with the cue ball.
Corey really accomplished a lot with that shot because now he's got the 6 over there on his side. He's got it blocked with the 11. He's forcing Roland to shoot balls away from his pocket. Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Incredible shot.
Corey looked up like, is he supposed to shoot that one?
Well, you saw how close the double kiss was there. The cue ball narrowly went by there.
Yeah, well, the thing was, right, to predict the kiss shot is awesome. But he was certainly opening up the cue ball to some cross-corner banks just in case it didn't go. But that's part of the game. So maybe the most impressive thing in pool is you got to pull the trigger sometimes. And
playing for 2.
oh, this is a big mistake. Huge mistake.
That was weird.
And usually this end of it, getting that first shot and being very efficient running balls is some of Roland's strength in the game.
Yeah, Roland's considered punishing himself and making himself play the 14 for doing such.
Well, I
poor
think
job
he's
on
supposed to play
position.
the 14 as long as he can contain the cue ball.
But look at, he's have to dig down to draw the scratch.
Yeah, he's just getting into the 10, so. Oh, there's the diamond table with the deep shelves. Luckily, you got the 10 across.
Hey, we get another chance to look at this. This replay is brought to you by Predator. Look how
Wow.
close that was. Incredible.
Yeah, and then, you know, the brains of the players is just so incredible. I mean, those are shots you never practice, especially guys that weren't raised in playing one pocket. You know, when I was a kid, we practiced all those kind of kiss shots, really. Being around Houston, a lot of one-pocket players. Surprising here, there wasn't a whole lot of places he could have gone. I would have probably drew up the rail trying to get on the double kiss on the 10 myself. I don't want him to have the choice to either knock the 10 away or play the bank.
Nicely played. Easy to miss that bank. 8-0 is our score.
Yeah, I'm
Garcia in front, 1-0.
I'm shocked he didn't draw up the rail there, Mark. And the reason being is not only do you try to keep him off the shot, but when you draw up the rail, it makes it a little funny removing the 10 safety-wise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right. Especially if the cue ball's on the rail.
Yeah.
And you're pretty straight.
yeah, you can't really move it far. You're going to leave it somewhat near Corey's pocket, which being behind, that's what he wanted. He wants some type of threats. Losing some great players in this round, getting a little more, as they say overseas, to the business end of things here on the one-pocket tournament. Now Corey pulls the cue ball out a long ways, trying to get a little more height on the cue ball coming up the rail. Oh, the 10 may sell out here. Oof.
Did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he has to cut at this. And really the 6-11 is really giving him a lot of comfort if he goes off a ball or two. Or does he go right around him here with a natural cut, Mark? Does he go in between
It
the
looks like he
14-5?
has to draw a little bit to make sure that he avoids that 14. I don't think he can just roll.
I wouldn't mind hitting the 14. The one that would concern me with a high ball would be going in between the 5 and 14 and maybe somehow not getting a shot. But to me, I don't like to have to spin this myself. I like to just flat cut it if I can. But
He's using extreme right. Got another 5.
yeah, held the cue ball. A little bit of a nasty angle going away.
It's going to be hard to get another ball after this one.
Yeah, what's the 1 look like? I mean, it's not too far off. The 7-15 somewhat pointed in the right direction. I think it's a little thick to the bottom rail, but now he's jacked up. So going around 3 rails really probably not an option. I wouldn't want to open the stack at all myself. People don't realize how touchy that little shot is right there. Now, can he get 2 rails at the 11 and just stick the cue ball? That would be, like, ideal. Could get a nice bump here. Oh, he hit nothing. Really wanted to open something on his side. Maybe that 11 catches the 9, opens the pile up a little bit.
Corey's such a unique player. He's one of the only guys that uses a little sleeve on his shaft instead of a glove. So you'll see a little red sleeve as he slides his bridge hand in there every time.
I thought he would go off the 1 here and come back into the stack. That's pretty good. That 6 ball underneath the pile is a very difficult ball to defend against. This is now he's looking at that 1 ball, and I'm surprised he didn't look at it earlier when he had that shot on the 14 to get above these balls, because I thought the 1 had a chance. Now Corey took a little chance there clipping that ball, but I like what he was thinking. You know, if I can get him up on that rail. Now, can he just clip the 7 to hit it kind of face on? You know what I mean? Where you're not throwing the 15 much. Is that what he needs here, Mark? Or does he need the 15 to throw downward a little bit?
And it's got a little separation, it looks like. So, but he's playing it. He's playing the 1 ball. I thought it was heavy.
No, I think it was there
you
the
were
whole
right.
time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm, like I said, really shocked he didn't see that, you know, when he got an open shot early in the game, because that hasn't been disrupted at all. And to be honest with you, maybe him not looking got Corey to not look.
Yeah.
Because Corey certainly is going to recognize a dead ball. If he looks, I mean, he's probably the best in the building in the stack, right? Maybe.
Certainly one of the most creative and inventive players that we've ever had. So I will completely agree.
Okay, looks like probably some type of shot on the 8. He may be able to go aggressive, playing the 8 off the 13, or he's already played 1 nice kiss shot in this
Yeah.
rack.
I don't think he's going to be able to avoid the double kiss on this one. That's pretty straight on. Or maybe.
I think he can cut the 8 up into the edge of that ball. You know what I mean? Up into the edge of the 12 and just kind of run the ball and let the 8 just kind of come across. You don't have to play it to your pocket.
So if he plays the 8 here, he's mainly playing not so much to get it just on his side, but take care of the cue ball is the priority of this shot.
You know, this is all cue ball. Yeah,
So he avoided the kiss, and look at that. Hit it really good. Thought it was going to make it. Great job with the cue ball, however.
yeah, and that ball trickling over is so important. I may have ignored the make as much. You know what I'm saying? The make is like appetizing, but that ball being in front of your hole is very important. Oh, yeah. I kind of understand where Corey was going with that. I just kind of felt like he needed to play it lighter. Just know them balls are going to move, and you know, he put a little too much speed. You know, if you're playing that shot, you're relying on the balls moving. So you don't really have to hit it that much, you know, that hard.
Well, Corey's had his back against the wall the entire time here. Garcia, to his credit, has played quite well, with the exception of 1 errant position play.
Yeah, I don't know if I would draw this.
Well, once again, you play a lot of spot shots, playing rotation. I'm sure he's comfortable playing this shot with draw.
Yeah, I'm just wondering the choice. You have a high ball choice here also. And the thing is, with the draw, you feel like you're safe. But if you miss hit, usually you're selling out. So I like the top myself, yeah. I just kind of felt like simplifies the shot a little bit.
And he ended up going with top, too.
Yeah.
So he knew he was betting the game on this.
Yeah, a lot of people will say, well, you got to hit it with draw because that protects you. Well, that's if you hit the pocket, everything comes out right. You overcut it or you undercut
it. Changes it dramatically.
It sure does.
Yeah, it all works great when you hit the thing the way you meant to.
Yeah, draw's never the natural hit for most shots, or I shouldn't say never. There's always exceptions, but your room for error goes way down.
Well, Garcia needs 3.
Can he see the 8? I was going to say, I might have to look at the 8 ball versus he can come 3 rails around here. That's going to be perfect for the 7. Absolutely perfect.
Great shot.
Just a hair of an angle to get over for the 9.
Great shot there.
Well, he's acting like he's straight. I thought for sure he had a little bit of an angle, but
Looks like he has a hint of an angle here on the overhead, but we can't tell for sure. And one thing he can. You don't want to cheat the pocket dramatically from this range.
yeah, with the object ball that far away, exactly. You read my mind. A lot of people don't realize how great a player this guy is. I mean, kind of went away from the sport in America for a few years. Didn't see him for some 6-7 years, and now the last probably about 4 years or so, really back on the scene. This is close to a scratch, though. Very close.
Well, I think, he's jacking up. Maybe you're right. Boy, that makes this shot play tough.
Yeah, I'd
Oh, he
consider.
can double him up. I see. That's the idea. He wants to hold the cue ball there, and that way he doesn't sell out if he misses.
Yeah, Corey's shooting this combo, though, one way or another. Getting across with the cue ball, maybe something like that. So I expect him to make this, and I expect a tied ball game before we know it. He can come across, he can come down behind the 4-2 on this combination. I kind of like coming down myself. He hung it, kind of punched it instead of stroking the ball a little, right?
Well, it
Was he worried about getting the cue ball out?
maybe a little bit of that. And then he didn't hit it hideously bad.
No.
Yeah, it's just a whisker off.
He could move the 4 a little bit here, too, if he wanted. Okay, I like that. Just keep it real simple.
Start getting balls down table.
Well, percentages would say that shot kind of ended game 2 right here. I mean, Corey's going to do what he can to try and fight for it, but he laid this one down super nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of forces Corey to do some of his work.
Yeah, I'd look to roll out somewhere maybe. Keep balls down here. Sometimes you know where the 4 was right there, Mark?
Yeah.
You can kick across and just kind of lay up on the 4 and 13 and just try and freeze him up on the 4 or 13. Just kick one rail across, real soft like. And what it does is it usually will at least keep him from being able to move balls very much. Oh, this is a mistake. Never want to come up with the cue ball. Now he might twist the 12 on you. He should probably take a shot at the 12. This is where you figure, are you going to get a better shot than this?
Right. And this one has a lot of positive implications if you connect on this shot, even though it's a lower percentage shot.
I put these guys at like 50% on this shot, believe it or not. Oh, he really went at it. I wonder if he was trying to get the cue ball back across for safe.
Not for safe, but he wanted to get position.
Yeah.
You didn't want to score a 1. 2-0 is our score here. Corey Deuel really hasn't not had an opportunity to do much.
No, rolling now with 2 breaks to win this match and this short race to 3. Can't ask for much more than that. Lots of great matches going on. And there's cameras where you can watch a lot of the tables.
We were working this earlier match, and it was Mike Siegel was playing down here. He was playing Eric Roberts. I didn't see how it came out, but
I love Eric's game. He's really come along.
Garcia again breaking to the left-hander's pocket. Did a good job. Not the corner ball didn't come out either time and got the cue ball up table. So he's doing a good job on the break. Breaking from the side rail, too. Most of the players been moving it in towards the center of the table to break to try to prevent that corner ball from coming out.
Yeah, Corey's just got to get in that grind mode. Easy to think, man, I'm up against it. And he is a little bit, but 2 quick games could easily go on his side as well. Kicking at the 2. Okay, disrupting a few balls. I always look at Roland as like a little bit of a hybrid of the older players from the Philippine stroke, plus a very efficient stroke as well. Like gets a lot out of every shot, just like the break right there.
Yeah.
Not hitting it, but not under hitting it. Also,
his style reminds me of Jose Barrica.
Yeah, I think his cueing's better, to be honest with you, than a lot of Filipinos. And not saying anything bad about the Filipinos. Don't get me wrong; they all cue the ball nice. I just got really good respect for his fundamentals. A lot of respect for what Roland does. So you can look at it 2 ways here. You can try and nudge the 9 a little bit, open the 12. I think that really causes you problems more than anything if you're Corey. I like the 2-rail kick at the 2 ball here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't flirt with the top. You cannot flirt with the top.
Especially not if you're willing to take a foul, which he did end up making a foul. So
Yeah.
you just have to cinch it to make sure you're on the lower half of that 2.
Yeah, and if you don't hit the 2, that's fine as well. You know, and the thing is that I see the mistake is the speed. You know, you want the speed to where you're laying underneath the 2, whether you hit it or not, near the rail. Otherwise, if you crawl up a little bit, say you hit the 2 and say you come up just a hair, he's going to bank the 6 maybe on you. So. He stretched awkwardly.
What's he going after here? Position on the 6 next?
If he, you know, I guess there's not much room to get into the 13 here, so I think he would go with a high ball, but trying to come around.
Ended up going right into the 6.
Well, I don't think up table is any kind of option unless he wiggles. He's looking at some aggressive shot, I think. Maybe not.
Corey beat a very good player in his first match. It was a John Mora. He slipped past.
Okay, we'll see if he's aiming thick at this. He's trying to cross the 4 off the 12.
Oh,
Well,
pretty fortunate there.
Yeah, and the cue ball was going to head up towards the 12 as well, so really fortunate, to be honest with you.
The other times I thought there was a double kiss for sure. This time I didn't think, and he got the double kiss.
Well, it looks like he was trying to go one rail back into the pile. Is what he was. Why the cue ball had so much heat on it, pace. Now, I don't know. You know, the 5 does go. Maybe it'll just stop his ball looking like it's kind of free that way. But when you don't make it, you give up a lot of position with the cue ball in the center of the table. And Roland might get a free bank cross corner on the 12, depending on where the 5 ends up. Oh, he's made this. Nice shot.
Real good shot there.
I think the 10 goes. 13 goes, I believe. It's close.
Tried to do too much. I think he was trying to open up the 15 and get the 13 next.
The 6 is close, I'll tell you that. I don't think he can get to it at the moment, but it's close to throw downward towards the pocket.
Looks good here in the overhead.
Corey a little shorter with the backswing right there than I expected. But
Do you have any kind of a 2-railer on the 9?
Yeah.
They can kind of hide the cue ball behind the 14 or anything, or not really? I guess that's asking for a lot.
He's looking to get a couple balls to his side here with the 8 and the 4 and swing it up. Well, the reason why he went for that is the 6. He really went for the bank because the 6 is blind. So, but now he's going to take quite a bit the worst of it, you would think.
Although there's not an offensive shot.
No, and there's really not an easy clip on the ball to play safe as well.
And you got to do something with the 6 if you're just going to turn the table over.
Well, he could spot a ball here. I'd roll out and tie the 6 up with the spot ball myself and keep Corey on the end rail up there in a bad, kind of a bad spot.
Wow, that's a good point. I like that idea.
There's a lot of places you could roll the cue ball out to the end rail here, just somewhere near you, that would put a lot of heat on him. So
very heady idea there. Go ahead and just give up a ball, but take away the 6 and take no risk in doing it.
Yeah, what he's looking at is coming off the 5. But the thing is, we talked about this already, that on this table, you know, you're going to disregard some sellouts on certain bank shots, and the 8-ball is certainly one of those banks for Corey. If he gets him on the end rail here, I think it's a little dangerous still. Yeah, this is a dangerous shot in my opinion. He's just coming to the end rail off the 5.
Well, Corey's willing to shoot the 8, that's for sure.
Well, that's what I mean. If you leave him where he can really
Well,
anticipate.
now, if
position.
Corey makes the 8, he's got a chance to get the entire game.
Now, can he hit it with a high ball? Is the 4 in the way, or does he have to twist this a little bit? If he can hit it with a high ball, that's kind of what I like, but just near the rail, I hate elevating, trying to draw into the 3 or something like that.
That makes the bank so much tougher if you can just roll it.
Yeah, and it's really taken away the, you know, the softer side of things as far as the pocket. You know, if you get that high ball, you can get it to, it makes the pocket a little bigger on this shot, I think. He kind of babied it. He was really thinking about safety. He needs to ignore that in some regards, I think.
Yeah, making sure that he hit the 11 with the cue ball, which he did, but it took away the bank, and he only lightly hit the 11, so he didn't get the separation he was hoping for. Now he's sold out a shot here.
Yeah, this looks like high ball to me. He should catch the 3. Why is he drawing this? High ball, he catches the 3 and comes from under. He can't really get too bad, I don't think. Oh, he ran it anyways. Got a shot on the 7. This could be curtain soon. Yeah, and the thing is, you get stuck between, you know. Oh, I'm kind of playing safe. I'm kind of shooting at it.
Yeah.
It's really one way or the other a lot of times. And the thing is, sometimes, you know, you do have those maybes because you're in that bad of a spot. But that obviously wasn't a bad situation. He had some choices. Well, the reward to end the game, he's got to shoot here. And the safety's pretty tough anyways. I like him shooting this. Maybe not drawing over, but don't baby it too much.
I think he wants to draw between the 15 and the 8 here. That'll allow him to put a little more pace on it. Ooh. Yeah.
Well, I think
He got it between the 15 and the 8, okay, but
I think the 3's coming. I mean, maybe not. I mean, it's only 3-1 with the ball hanging. If he can get at that ball, he can kick long rail at it. He can kick cross corner at it. Kind of like the long rail myself if I'm going to kick. But
yeah, it's distasteful because you know you're giving up a bank if you do connect on the 10.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's why I say the 3's not terrible to bet, you know, to try and get
Right.
back in this match. It's really not. Excuse me. It'd be hard for me. I mean, I'm more of a safety kind of player at times, but it'd be hard for me to maybe not shoot at the 3. The good thing about kicking the 10 is Roland doesn't have a free shot at the 4.
Right.
Only reason about this kick is the cue ball might come up a hair off the second rail. I kind of like the long rail because it's probably not going to come upward on you. And to be honest with you, I think the long rail kick is easier to judge when these are tight like this.
I agree. I agree on both counts that I like the long rail kick better.
Is he double kissing the 5 and 6 to make the 10? Oh, he's trying to pocket a ball.
Oh, doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. So Corey's got to leave that one behind. He's still in this tournament. A good shooting, Roland Garcia.
A lot of pressure, Corey. We didn't get to see the best of Corey Deuel there. Well, that concludes this edition of the 2022 One Pocket event from here at the International Open. It's been our pleasure to share insights this time, and always thank you and so long for just a while.